What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bennett Buzz, episode 22. And today we have a very special guest. He's a local artist. He plays at a lot of places in the upstate. And I've recently seen him play, and he's fantastic, Mr. Zac Kellum. What got you into music? You know, you've been doing it for a while.
So my mom and dad were in a Southern gospel group when I was young, and so I was like 5. They'd have me like sing something,
Yeah.
in church, and then when they'd travel and do different things, and so we went all over the place in a van, and then they got a they got a motorhome, and then they got a bus, and then eventually everybody kind of fizzled out and got tired of doing it, but I grew up with that. My uncle did music. My dad played bass. My mom sang. Everybody was real musical. And so it's just kind of been like that.
Yeah.
My mom and dad met in Texas, and I was born in Houston, so they met in Houston. She was in the house band, and him and his buddy came in and was looking for work and wanting to be like in the house band or whatever. So that's how they met. And then
Oh, that's crazy.
That's pretty
just
cool.
kind of turned into a whole thing. So I don't even remember what bar it was, but my mom was like, told me they used to have like shootouts in the parking lot and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like real.
Wow.
So it was
West.
a real Texas bar.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
cool.
I mean,
So I mean, it's just kind of always been a thing, but
yeah.
it never became a possibility until I finally just, my dad passed away in 2018, and sometime before then, I had already been trying to work on, original music and just playing more. But after he passed away, I was kind of like, it's like I got to either just do something. I was tired of punching a time clock, and so. I mean, it's since then, this has been my only job, and so it's been working out good.
Yeah.
There's ups and downs. Wintertime gets weird, but just trying to put out more music and keep it rolling. So.
Yeah, that's the
Heard
hardest
that.
thing for us.
Yeah.
Was getting the music
Well,
recorded.
and being able to
sitting on
afford
it.
it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like you need sponsors to pay.
Yeah. And like we try to do like the merch thing, but like if we don't have the song, then we can't drop the merch. So it's like it's a cycle. But we're about to get it rolling soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if y'all got shirts that just say Bennett Brothers.
Yeah.
And stuff,
And then we're about to have shirts that are like specific to songs too.
Yeah.
And sell those and try to make the money back for the song and then pay another one. So it's like a cycle,
Yeah, that's how I do. It's like I never pocket any of that money.
Yeah.
I just put it in a separate account and eventually buy more stuff, or if I'm out of town and I want to have my phone's going off.
No, you're good.
I want to have a rowdy night. I'll take $100 out of it.
Yeah. I
Let's go
get that.
drinking, boys,
Yeah.
before we head home. But
Yeah, we would do like if we go, we made like pretty decent money on those shirts like first round, but then that's whenever we first started traveling too. So like we started unloading that into gas, and then we were like, oh well, let's just pay for food for all of us with that,
Yeah.
and you do that.
it gets going.
You do that 8 times a month
yeah.
or something like that, and it's gone, But
Now, how far have y'all traveled as far as
I think the furthest we've gone.
Virginia or Ziggy's,
Yeah, we went to
Ziggy's-
Farmville, Virginia. Then we went to Knoxville one time. Then we've been to St. Simon's Island in Georgia. That was about five
That
and a
was
half
Ziggy's?
hours.
Ziggy's, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that place is cool.
Somebody sent me a message about playing there, and then it was like, the day, I guess it was probably about 11 o'clock during the day, and they were like, hey, can you
Play tonight.
play tonight and tomorrow night? And I'm like, you're just now telling me this. I got to round
Far
up all
away.
the guys. And I was like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
We've been trying to get back out there. They asked for some dates, but it's hard to
oh, yeah.
have that time to leave that early on a Saturday, or we can't even do it on Fridays because
Oh, yeah.
it's just like we can't, like class and stuff.
Well, that's been the hardest thing for me is like I'm the only one that's really able to go as far as I go. And
Yeah.
so with the guys, everybody kind of works and does this and that. And
So you got to find that schedule and balance.
Yeah, so I mean, when we go on our long weekends, we used to do like a Thursday, Friday, and a Saturday, and then hang out on Sunday or shift it a little bit to Sunday, and it's just not as possible anymore.
Yeah.
because it for a little while it works. then somebody's job changes or a dynamic changes here or there, and it's just
Yeah,
something.
we know all about the scheduling nightmares.
Yeah.
I feel like we're always texting in the group chat, "Hey, can we do this or this?" And then we have to get everybody to respond and
Yeah.
try to get it all angled right.
But the one thing that's helped me as far as travel is I got a motorcycle trailer that I turned into like a camper.
Dang right.
Oh yeah,
And so I pull it, and like we've slept all four of us guys in that thing. It's got air conditioning, it's got the storage, and I used to have a camping toilet, but I don't bring no ladies, so the boys just open the door and piss out.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah, well, I think that would help us a lot because I mean, like we go and then we just
Yeah.
drive back. Like Ziggy's, we went back that night.
Oh God, that's terrible.
We
yeah.
pull all
Yeah.
all nighters.
Well, I got a little quiet generator on the front, and I just crank it up, and it just run. I drop cords and everything, run under it, and
Oh yeah,
and that's what runs everything. And
yeah.
we even got a Roku TV.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I mean,
Heck yeah.
it's pretty good time. I mean, we have fun. We've slept at some truck stops and stuff,
Yeah.
which that's interesting.
Yeah.
Always. And
That'd be good to vlog that.
that, and then usually just the venue. Like we'll just park at the venue. We slept in Charleston in downtown, right beside it was Uptown Social.
Oh yeah,
In that little alley, I backed up in there, and that's where we slept. And then the next hole, we're supposed to be going home on Sunday. Well, we decided to go day drinking.
yeah.
And yeah, that was a crazy idea. So everybody kind of had to like get their lives together before we drove back home. But
Yeah.
it was a fun time, man. I love Charles.
So that's some of the like good times with like bands. What's like the not as a band but like a gig nightmare? Like what's like one of the worst things if you could think of?
Man, I've showed up somewhere using one of the X-Air or using my X-Air before I got a router for it. And,
Same.
And it was in Clemson, and there was so much Wi-Fi signal everywhere it did not work.
Yep.
And so we had to break out this little tiny board. I was playing with Randall Martin, and we had to break out this little tiny board and just make it work. And it went fine.
At least y'all made it work.
But stuff like that, there's been some snafus. But one of the craziest things was we played in McCormick, left there and was going to drive, on to Myrtle Beach because we were playing there the next night. And we hit a deer coming through the back roads of Lexington. And like when I say hit him, like, we were going about 50 and hit him, and he went under the SUV and under the trailer. And just, and it was like this, and finally
I bet everything in the trailer was caught air too.
Pretty
yeah.
much. I mean, but the trailer, the wheelbase is kind of more towards the back, so it didn't, it stayed pretty straight. But
That's good.
we all got out and was like looking around for this deer, and like, everybody was like, "Let's find it," and I'm like, "What?" I was like, so I'm over here thinking about calling the insurance company. They're trying to find this deer.
Yeah.
And so we're running through the ditches and then back here in the woods. I was like, nothing anywhere. People pass by, and it was weird in that part of town because you think around here, you're like, "Hey, you need some help?" Nope, nobody. Everybody was like zooming by. They were like, "We ain't stopping out here in the middle of nowhere."
Yeah.
But anyways, we kept on going. And that was one of the nights we ended up, I was like, I'm tired. We pulled over at a rest stop. The next morning, we were in Florence, that area.
Yeah.
And went to the Cracker Barrel. Come out of the Cracker Barrel, and I see this lady with a activity little bus thing with some old people backing up. And she was really close to the trailer. She had done hit my trailer. Oh, all in the same weekend, tore up my, So we were driving back home, and it looked like, we had been in a wreck.
Yeah.
Trailer was busted, car was busted, and then insurance paid for all of it, so it worked
good.
out pretty. But that was just one of them weekends where I was like, God,
is it worth it?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, at the time, I was thinking, man, I don't even know if I can afford to get all this fixed.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the same thing happened to us with the mixer. We played a gig 4th of July at Big Star, and we played
Big Water.
Big Water, but it's in Star, close to Star, but Big Water Marina, and we played there last year for their 4th of July big celebration. It went really good, so they scheduled us again. So we came, and we were like, oh man, we got digital mixer now. Like we've all got all this other stuff. Like we're about to rock out. The only mixer we brought was that thing, and it connects to my computer through Bluetooth. It was like a 10-stage facing the water. Everybody had their phones, and there was a bunch of boats, and then there was a huge storm rolling in, and we couldn't get the mixer to connect at all, like not even a little bit. And it like we were up on stage. We were supposed to play from 6 to 9. We were up on stage from like 5 to 8:30 trying to fix the sound with people out there ready to, and we couldn't get any sound going. And like even the speaker, like we just started playing the 2 songs we had over the speaker on like. There was nothing we could do. It was rough though.
That's one of my biggest fears, showing up somewhere and
handing back the check.
Gear. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever had to hand it back but I've had to cancel some things because of either. I mean, there was one time I got COVID. And I had to cancel some. They got mad, and I'm like, "Why can't?" I mean, what do you want me to do?
Okay,
I'll come in here and infect all
yeah, yeah. But no, I mean, just my gear not working is definitely a big fear because you're like, you don't know until you know, and then you're like when I told you our speaker went out. Luckily, I just took one of the monitors and threw it up there as a main.
Yeah.
I use a main, but I mean,
all it takes is my computer to fall off and break, and then we don't have sound for the night.
Well, that is the one thing that I love those boards, but that's the one scary thing about it. And so now I've got like, analog board, but I need to update it and get more channels. But I mean, it's done pretty good.
Yeah.
So
we used his.
I like analog.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Old faithful.
Simple.
Yeah, I mean, you just get in there, you tweak it a little bit. It's just you can't run around to the front of the stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
We haven't even been doing that recently. I think we've been sound checking from the stage. I don't know. Well, we had Roman help us out last time. Our EQs recently have just been something else.
Well, yeah, you can kind of like. I've been trying to learn more about sound and stuff because I'm not a sound guy.
Right.
Same.
Been trying to teach myself and learn stuff from other people, and I guess in that situation with the analog board, you try to check it get it right in your monitors.
Yeah.
Try to see if hopefully it sounds good out front, the same as what you said it in there. So it's all just, takes so long.
Trial and error.
I love going somewhere like whenever we have a sound guy or something like Tin Roof and some of those places have already got it all set up.
Yeah, that's the best.
And then when something doesn't sound right, you can yell at that guy.
Yeah.
Even at like CWP, like we just go in there and set up, and it's just so smooth.
That place is killer every time. Like the crowd is good.
We've never had a bad time there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we haven't had a bad time at any of the places we play at, but
Good save. Good save.
Yeah.
Never. No, I've never had a bad time.
So you do. Who was the guy that you played with at Tyler's last? I forgot.
That was my buddy Jonathan Benson.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
He had a good voice too.
Yeah. No, he's been my lead player for a little while now, and kind of he's had some different things go. He's from here. But he's got a place in Arkansas, and so he's went back and forth some. But I mean, I've had to use fill-ins for different things, and then for a little while we tried to do a 3-piece with the band, and then But I mean, he's kind of back in it now and main guy, and
heck yeah,
it's been good.
Yeah, he sounded good.
Yeah. No, I like him, man. We first time. So all my other buddies knew him, and apparently, we all went to Church of God. Same Church of God. I just never met him.
Yeah.
So it was everybody's Church of God boys, Well, I'd never met him, and when he first started playing with me, he came down from Arkansas and was like wanting to hang out. I said, "Well, just come to the house and hang out." And then that day, like something happened with my sewer pipe that just ran out to the county. It was running through my yard. And it was just backing up in my yard. So I had to like dig. I wasn't paying somebody like thousands of dollars. So I had to dig this 5-foot hole. And man, he came over there and he was like, let's dig it. So he helped me dig it. And then he just jumped down in this pile of
Yeah.
and he's digging around in there. And I'm like,
You're
all right,
hired.
man.
Yeah.
I was like,
You're on my team.
I don't even care what you sound like anymore.
I was like, we're best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, man, he's like, he's always been there like, what you need something, he'll be there. So
yeah, that's the best thing about having like bandmates. Like we're all like a family,
Yeah, him and my buddy Brian Falkenberry's always been with me. We grew up together. It's just been kind of Brett Butts is one of the guys. He's playing bass with me now. Man, we've all known each other forever, and so it's just been kind of a cool thing to have like your friends. And at the same time, we get on each other's nerves. But at the end of the day, I'd be like,
we all nag each other about something every now and then.
Yeah.
Good.
That's human nature.
Yeah.
Tell the boys, hey, don't get too drunk yet.
Yeah. So you got a new song coming out. This podcast is going to be dropped, I think, the 21st of September. But your song's coming out the 15th.
The 15th. Yeah, what's today's the something?
Bucket day.
Yeah. All right, yeah. But yeah, no,
year.
it's on the 15th. It's called Love Found Me, and I wrote it with Christian Lee.
Okay.
And Caleb Kennedy recorded it. And,
Okay, yeah.
And his studio, he's been doing a lot of that stuff. His studio is Shattered Studios.
Shatter Studios.
Yeah, and so he's done a good job with it. I think I've liked all my different recordings. I've done stuff with Andrew Crawford and
Yeah, I
Brad
went back
Phillips
and
and
listened
them.
to like Man I Am. Yeah.
And,
That one, I like that one.
You did one with the Piedmont Boys.
yeah, my bar. Yeah,
Yeah,
was
that
at,
was cool.
That was at 101. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And
where
so-
we've been cutting our stuff at Studio
Yeah,
101
yeah,
with
no,
Brad.
I love Brad and them over there. And what
Yeah.
I've really figured out is at different stages. Like I've liked what I've done with Brad. I loved what I did with Andrew. And I feel like if you're not always changing something,
Yeah.
things, just trying something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when I got messing with Caleb on all this, I was like, I kind of like what you're doing there. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to do some more songs together and kind of see.
It's
what
like also
turns
different
up.
styles. Like some studios highlight different styles better too. Like
Yeah.
I know we've like self-recorded some stuff and I've liked it, but then we go and record at Studio 101 and he'll add like tambourine or something to a song, like something so simple, and I'm
yeah.
like, oh, that sounds good.
Well, it's always good to have another set of ears too.
Right.
And just
Yeah.
have like, usually when I record something, I'll be like, send it to some of my closer friends and be like, don't lie to me. Like, what do
Yeah.
you think? Does this suck? You know?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, normally it's not too bad, but I've had some like, nah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, good.
I know whenever I send something to the band, it's not going to work whenever people just like heart it or like it, and then nobody
don't
says anything
respond.
else. But if they're like, oh, we need to use that, they'll like be talking in it,
Yeah.
So that's like my way of
We
like,
just send you the
okay,
thumbs
I'll
up.
just leave that one.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
when
that's a
you get done
draft.
writing one, you're like, all right, I'm already sick of this song. This,
Yeah.
isn't where we need to
Well,
head.
yeah, no, I also write some with Caleb.
Yeah.
And man, we've wrote some good ones as of lately, but I need to get back over there and do some more. But I have, I'm excited about this one to come out. It's a little different. It's kind of like a wedding song kind
Yeah.
of deal.
Gotcha.
And I was like, we'll try something out of the box
Yeah.
and get into a little bit of heartfelt stuff.
Yeah. Might as well.
But yeah, no. And then I got another one that I've had for a while. I wrote with Ryan Henry, and it's called Somewhere in Texas, and that one's going to be coming out next. We're trying to get it done.
Yeah.
And that one kind of, whenever we wrote that one, I wanted it to be, I guess, just Texas-esque. But I got to thinking in my subconscious after I wrote it, I was like, oh, well, this had to be like more about maybe my mom and dad or something.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, so I don't
It's
know. I
kind
tried
of
to-
crazy how they turn into something.
yeah, I was trying to justify it and think of, like what was the reasoning, and I'm like, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll go with that.
Our next song's kind of like it's like I guess it's not a breakup. I guess it is a breakup song. Not
Yeah.
really, but
I guess
it's
it
just
could
like
be.
expressing like you're letting go of somebody.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, it's like I'm letting go is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
We got the slide in it now because
Yeah,
Chandler
brother
went
played
back
lap
and
steel on
recorded.
it.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and I guess not slide, but yeah.
Dude, I like that. I went and listened to your most recent stuff today. I liked Run.
Oh,
that it?
Run, yeah,
Run?
yeah.
Who played fiddle for you on that stuff?
That was Tim Crouch.
Okay.
And that was one of
Tim
Andrew
Crouch.
Crawford's buddies.
That whole project sounds cool.
I never met him. He sent in stems and stuff.
gotcha.
But he plays with a lot of like A-list people and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think he's more of a hired gun.
Yeah.
Is that the same guy that plays for James Radford, or is that?
No, that's different, I think.
I like him too.
But yeah, no,
remember
dude,
his
fiddle
name.
players are hard to find,
Yeah.
and keep one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Tim Crouch was on that, man. He did great. And then Andrew played a lot on it too. And so a lot of that, I think I probably played guitar on like one of them because I was like, Andrew did so much better than I did. So I was like, you can have it.
Yeah, I saw him and what's her name, Brandy Colt.
Yeah.
I saw them. And they played at a festival with us one time. And they opened.
Yeah, them two have a great dynamic.
Yeah.
man. Like just them
They can
together,
bounce
like,
good.
with the harmonies and stuff, and just I mean, it's great.
Yeah, I enjoy watching that. And like acoustic acts, like I kind of miss like what like the firesides we do. It's like almost acoustic.
Yeah.
I miss like going and playing like
It's
softer,
fun. It's different.
Yeah.
being more
Keeps it.
background.
See, I would love to if people would book like a just an acoustic band for all types of crowds, because you know that like Carolina Western Pub, they're gonna want a full band.
Yeah,
Right.
But like if you could book an acoustic trio, I mean, dude, I know, I feel like I could be in tune with who's on stage better
yeah,
with just a cajon player,
yeah. Well, there's less.
a lead player on acoustic, and then
Yeah.
some good harmonies, man, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
I mean, really to wow a crowd, I would think
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to have any kind of big craziness, but I don't know. I guess it depends on what crowd you're singing to.
Yeah,
Because I mean, you go to Clemson, and depends on where you're at. People will clap every now and then, maybe not, but then they're like, "Hey, that was sounded great. Oh, thank you."
yeah. It's
But
it's mainly
before
your
it was like
background.
crickets when you get done. So.
Yeah, it's always. I feel like we're always kind of like background music whenever we go to Clemson, but whenever we go to Columbia, it's like, oh, they're not from this area, like
I don't know. I feel like well, no, that don't make sense because Columbia does see a lot of country music. But
Yeah, I guess so.
At
Yeah.
the same time, I feel like this.
But it's like Clemson's more
No.
DJs now than anything
Oh, yeah.
downtown. Like that's
Well-
what gets them going more,
Whenever I was, I never went to college. When I hung out with everybody else that went to college
Right.
in Clemson, man, back in the day there was nothing but reggae, like
Yeah.
bands and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all there was in Clemson, and like we did. Me and Brian Falconberry, we would play at a place called Friar's Tavern, or it used to be Flip Flops or whatever. Now there's a parking lot there, but we would go in there and we'd play country, play a little bit of stuff, but there was reggae going on everywhere else. Like
That's
I don't
crazy.
know what it was.
That is crazy.
Between that and then there was still DJs and things.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a whole different time, and so country bands have kind of worked more into there now.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, definitely. They get a lot of people, like just random people in Nashville to come
Yeah.
to study hall a lot
well,
now.
like Cody Webb and Doug McCormick and some of them
Yeah.
guys kind of
Yeah.
kind of pushed all that in there, and then
Yeah, and then Connor Sweeney kind of branched out from
Yeah.
Clemson too.
yeah.
Got his name doing that.
Yeah, no. Dude, I've always wanted to see them downtown somewhere, and I haven't. I've never even got to meet him, but
He's a cool dude.
I like what he does.
Connor.
Yeah,
Yeah, we played before
He's
him
actually
one
the
day.
one that got us our start in Clemson.
Yeah, he
huh?
got
Oh,
us.
nice.
He got us into study hall. We were playing at TD's at the pier at the time, which was Tyler's
Yeah.
before, or it was TD's at the pier before, and we played there. And he got the owner of study hall to come out, and we probably did.
Oh,
not
we
sound
sounded
good.
so bad.
We did.
we
I mean,
had
it was
to.
like one of our
First couple
fifth,
gigs.
fifth gig maybe.
If you had just
And
got the drum set.
That was the first show with the drum set. Was
Probably.
it? I think it was the first show I had a drum
Sounded-
set, and I brought the
we
drum
all
set
said
into Tyler's. No mics. He was running a PA, and then Candler was running the amp, and he was running his acoustic and vocals out of the PA, and Candler just had his amp just turned all the way up, and
that's
I mean,
such a small place too.
and he just offered for us to play at study hall, and then we started playing there, and I don't know how he offered it to us, but we did that, and then we played a show with Connor, and we like let him use the mixer and
I'm
run the sound.
surprised a
It
lot of
worked.
places gave us the shots that they did.
Yeah,
like
in the
Wendell's-
beginning.
Oh yeah, well, man, it's all it takes is like somebody to because there's a lot of people out there that it's really hard. They want to pick and choose like their friends or people that they always call or whatever.
They get the rotation, and it's hard to
Yeah.
step your foot
and
into
it's
that.
not that. I mean, from their standpoint, I guess it's a good thing. They like what they like, but at the same time, luckily, every now and then everybody gets that guy that'll be like, or girl, whatever, that'll be like, okay, well, we'll take a chance and book you on this.
Yeah.
and then. That's how it goes, but yeah, sending out hundreds of emails and hearing back from two
From
people
one,
is like,
yeah.
it's
Frustrating.
frustrating.
And it doesn't even matter how big you are; you're not going to get responses either way,
Mhm.
just because, like,
You just
unless
gotta-
it's like a production agent
yeah.
or something.
You got to know the right people, and that's the thing. Like it's hard to find the right people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I'm like I would any kind of decent booking agent, I'd probably if you can get me good money, I'll pay you whatever.
yeah,
But that's always a hard thing to find, and so I've got a lot of different booking people that I use, and but I kind of spread it out amongst a few different people.
We
just
use Beat
to
Gig
get
for
in
some
different
of them.
areas.
The Beat Gig music platform,
Yeah.
they get us some gigs, but then we do that's probably like 25% of our gigs now.
Yeah.
Well, see, with Beat Gig, which I like Beat Gig,
Yeah.
But like they reach out to me and will give me some gigs. So I send them dates, and then they,
Yeah, that's what
There's
happened.
no good to send them dates. Like they won't give me.
It's
that many
because
dates.
the venues ask for your dates or whatever
Yeah.
from them, and then they just get a giant list of all these band dates, and
Yeah.
then they just handful pick them. You
Yeah.
know, but I like it because it takes a load off booking, and they don't really take that big of a percentage out either. It's
Yeah, I
like-
mean it's actually not that bad.
And it's usually our higher paying gigs too.
And
Yeah.
I've liked it just because like most of the time I've used it as a filler gig or something
Right.
when I need a spot. I mean now sometimes they'll send me dates and let me pick and choose. But I mean other times it's like, hey, can you play tonight? And I've done that a few times, but I've kind of got to where it's like, if I'm not doing nothing, I'm not gonna go chasing my tail trying to fly to Columbia
Yeah.
or somewhere that they want to book. But I mean it's always fun though.
Yeah. I think the other thing is like with Beat Gig, like we're playing our first fraternity this weekend through Beat Gig. They normally only book bars and stuff, so this is the first one. So and we've played at this fraternity before. I guess they just started booking on
Who
Beat
is
Gig. It's Phi Gamma Delta at UNC,
Oh, okay.
and we're playing there. We've played there like twice now, maybe 3 times.
I play for them Alpha Sig fellas all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Clemson.
Yeah, we played at AGR one time, and then we just haven't gotten back in there. That was our best show
I've been
to
over to
me.
AGR and man,
That's fun.
It's wild.
They got in trouble.
Yeah, they're suspended this semester for something, or else we were going to try to get a tailgate or something.
Man. Well, yeah, I went over there. We had we'll just say we had a good time.
Yeah. There
We
was
had a
like
good time, but and then after that we went back to the Alpha Sig to their house and then we played a show. It was me and Ryan Henry.
yeah.
And we just played a duo show, and man, that was like I can't remember if it was Mimosa Sunday or if it was something, but it was intense.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a good time. I never drank so many mimosas in my life.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing
You
wrong
do.
with that.
You play house parties and stuff too.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you might have played at one of my buddies' houses in
Oh.
Neely Farms a couple months ago,
Um,
or it might
Was
have
it
been longer than
Parker?
that. It was Jordan.
Jordan
Grissetta.
Grissetta. He's
where,
friends with Parker that you've played at.
Where was I'm trying to think of. Where was it at?
Somewhere in Simpsonville, probably Neely Farms. I think somewhere around there.
Mm,
I think it might not have been you. I'm pretty sure it
I'm not
was.
sure. Maybe I've played some private parties recently, but I can't.
It might have been one of those fun nights.
Yeah, it might have been. I played. Well, shoot, I played one Sunday night, and that was fun.
Yeah.
It was one of them where it was like, man, I was supposed to be done at 9:30, and I played till 10, and then it turned into like karaoke,
Yeah.
And then you started doing
and
karaoke.
then, yeah, and then they were like moonshine, they're like tequila and fireball, and I was like, well, I
And
guess
you're
I'm
like,
staying here,
yeah,
boys.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I like house parties and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I mean, it's just always laid back and it's fun and.
And the host, we haven't had bad hosts. Like they're
Yeah.
always just like, hey, we got water, we got beer, we got
Food.
we got food.
The only
Yeah.
only bad thing you could say is like if you had a house party and it was like a disgusting house.
Yeah.
Like I've heard stories of there was a guy like he had drove all the way, I don't know, it was like hours and hours away. I don't know, he was in Illinois. And they said, "Oh yeah, we got a place for you to stay and all that." Well, the place they had for him to stay was their kid's bedroom. and then they had like the cat litter box was full.
Oh, God.
And it was like in there and all this stuff. And then he was like, that was the last house party he played. And I'm like, well, I haven't ran into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You gotta kind of look.
We only
into
play
it a little
outside.
bit.
We haven't even been into any of the houses. We just play outside.
We played outside one time. I think it was in December.
Yeah.
Or was it January?
Oh, was that at
It
Kevin's
was
house?
freezing. No, I ain't even think about that. We
That
played
was-
outside twice.
And the-
Last year for a Christmas party and graduation party.
Yeah.
And it was like when it was like 12 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was, and they had like a little glow, like
Luckily,
a
they
little dome.
had a big wedding tent. one of
Yeah,
those rental
they
tents.
closed
Oh,
with
wow.
heaters,
But
but
it's still cold.
it
Well,
was.
those heaters don't do no good on
yeah.
your guitar hands.
And like
No,
walking
so-
out of that tent to the car with the drums, like my knuckles were just turning into ash, like as I was walking.
Goodness.
They did us good though. They
yeah,
hooked
nice.
us. They took
Usually-
care
Great
of
time.
us.
Yeah,
though.
usually, I mean, beforehand, like if they're paying decent money, then, well, it's probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but no, I've had some crazy things happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody this story the other day. I was playing with with Adam Carter. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Nashville now, but he's from around here. And I was just playing rhythm for him and singing harmony. And we played this place in Asheville, I think. And this guy comes up and he's like, hey guys, he was like, there's this hot chick over here. She's older. She's got a lot of money. She's just wanting to hang out with somebody tonight. And at the time, I was divorced, and so all the other guys were either married or something. And I was like, well, shoot, I'll go meet her. So I go over there, and so I'm sitting there talking to her. And I'm like, she was gorgeous, and I was like, all right. Well, he's like, I think he even might have put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, his eyes are gorgeous, ain't they? And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, well, I said, I appreciate that. I said, y'all want to hear something? I got to get back on the stage. And so basically, it was his wife, and they were swingers. And I'm like, no. And then we played this other place in Georgia, and there was hookers in there trying to take everybody home. And it was like, not like, I mean, you was going to have to pay for it.
Yeah,
It was like, they were just in there like hitting on everybody, and I was like, man, we've done that. We've been in, biker bars trying to hide out in the green room because the bikers' girlfriends were talking to us, and we didn't want to get killed.
God.
We played at a place in Anderson one time, and there was like an escort hitting on Candler.
No,
You remember that?
No escort.
No, she was hitting on Candler, but Candler was only 17.
That was a
Yeah. It was funny though.
It's all fun and games till it steals your wallet.
Yeah, exactly. That was a fun night. Yeah. I think I was smoking a cigar in there on
Probably.
stage. That was, I don't know what made me think I could
Cody
do that.
went through a
Smoke a
cigar
cigar and play the
phase.
drums. I'd put it up here. I'd start playing it. And I can't. It'd be getting in my eyes. I'm like, this is a terrible.
I can't see.
This is a terrible idea. I had to put it out, but
That's awful. Yeah, I don't see how people smoke and like play guitar. Or different.
No.
I've seen them, like
Post Malone, I've seen him do that, and he'll put
Eddie
it
Van
in
Halen.
he'll put it up on the top of it and just play and then
Yeah.
take it out.
yeah. I'm like, it'd burn my eyes.
Yeah.
You got anything coming up you want to announce other than your song
Man,
coming up?
Yeah.
Let's see. What have I got? Thursday. Oh wait, what's today?
This will be out on the
this will be out.
21st.
Oh.
So this is like 2 weeks.
I
if
don't
you
know.
could
I have
think
to look
of
at my
anything.
calendar. Either way,
We'll pop them up. So
look at Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. That's where all my dates I post them. And I've been putting them like my TikTok story.
Yeah.
So if you want to see some stupid videos of goofy stuff and you do a little bit of music, check out the TikTok.
You go live every now and then, don't you?
Every now
I tried
and
to
then,
hop
yeah.
on one a couple weeks ago, and
Sometimes
my
at
service
night,
was spotty.
at my house, I'll get like tequila drunk and I'll go live.
yeah.
Well, that's
then-
when I saw it look like he was at a venue somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. And then, man, I don't know. I go live and some people watch, and then the funnest times is when we're going down the road. But then they always cut me off because
Right.
I was like, I'm not even in the frame, but we'll have it over there and Brian's talking or something, and they're like, it's illegal activity or whatever, and they block me, and I'm like, damn it. So yeah,
that's
I was
something.
like, I
We
just-
can't even do live streams yet because one time I advertised it all over Facebook, Instagram. We're going TikTok live for the first time. You see the whole show, and then I realized you have to have 1,000 followers, and it made us look pretty dumb first.
How many followers do you have?
We got like 300 right now.
Do
Yeah,
man.
or like 310 or something.
We just
If you-
need a
if you're
video to
watching this,
blow
go
up.
give 'em-
Yeah,
give 'em
Yeah, go
some
follow our
the
TikTok.
TikTok.
We don't really
Yeah.
advertise the TikTok well. We just advertise everything else on TikTok. Which
Yeah.
that's the thing that we got to get into. Is just making little TikToks
Oh, you
instead
guys
of.
could do good with TikTok lives and stuff,
Yeah.
especially with just different.
We
things
could
that you'll
live
do.
stream that with another person's phone, the firesides. You
We
know,
could do
Oh, yeah.
gigs. We'll
they can
live
see
stream
all the
everything.
mess that we
Travel.
go through trying to get it recorded.
Oh yeah, no, that's a whole deal right there.
We'll have to get you on one of those though. We're gonna do one with
Fireside?
Andrew Wooten too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
that'd be fun.
yeah,
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I've never met Andrew Wooten.
Yeah.
We've talked,
Andrew's cool.
and I've always
Yeah.
wanted to like meet him and stuff, and just because I wanted to hear him live.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, no, he's
got his
killer.
own little thing going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, we had him on the last podcast that's coming out this Thursday, and it's he just talks about like he went to the Midwest.
Yeah, he did a
on
whole
like
Midwest tour last month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I
last
saw
2
that.
months.
Yeah, I saw him. I didn't know where all he went.
Yeah,
But
he
I mean,
named a lot of states.
Probably 6 or 7 different states.
Yeah, yeah, pretty cool.
That's pretty
But-
good. Now he did all that booking on his own, or how did he do
I
it?
think he had somebody book it for him.
Yeah.
Because I know he does booking.
Mhm.
So nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
But go follow Zac Kellum on everything. Check him out.
September 15th.
September 15th. Yeah. Love Found Me. Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
link will be in the description. So
Yeah. Well, make sure you come out to a show or something. You know?
Sure. I'm gonna
definitely
have to come check
we
it
got to
out,
pop
too.
out to one soon too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll actually be some this weekend. Before.
Yeah.
Dang right.
Well, sweet. Well, we appreciate having you on the
Yeah,
podcast.
man, thanks. I appreciate it. It's
Pleasure.
Awesome.
about to do it again.
For sure. See y'all next time.